clapping loudly.
Yes, clapping loudly indeed. Welcome back, everybody. Um,
Hello.
Tynan, Tynan, my friend, let's get as much time out of this as we can. You're with Bill,
Hmm.
and what does that look like? You know, like, are you actively trying to because you could probably get him to release you. You could probably be like, I've got shit I've got to do. You need to let me out. Or are you sticking with the I'm gonna hang out here and work on Bill? Which
I
of
think
which of those things do you want?
I offer Bill the idea of like better ways to do things, um, but I don't bother trying to like. I don't even lead the horse to water. I just point to the water. You know, like that's Tynant's approach. They're very much of the opinion that like people need to pursue things of their own will, and like
Yeah.
that's how our whole that's how the whole temple commune thing works, right? It's like I don't tell you what to do. I just tell you what needs doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you decide if you want to be involved in that or not. And so I feel like I've laid out to Bill what I think is wrong with the town and like made my demands, like made my position clear.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I'm just like, and you just need to like let me leave here because this is all like your kid dying has nothing to do with me, sad though it is. And like I need to go talk to my people. And like I think Tynant is willing to end the embargo, and therefore they need to go back to the temple to do it.
Okay.
Um, Having made their like position clear to Bill.
Well, that's the thing. As a result of your move, he will give you what you want, right? Like if you say I need to leave, he'll let you go.
Yeah,
Right?
and
He'll
you
spend
know
that hold.
within that same day, I'm like, so we've said everything we need to, and now it is time for me to go back to the temple.
Okay. So I mean, I think that he agrees, but he's gonna be asking you some questions about that. So, maybe you're getting ready to go, you're getting ready to leave, and what is it? He spends one hold to give you what he thinks you want, or how does it? Can you read the wording for
Yeah, let
me?
me read you your options again here. So, giving me something I want, acting as my eyes and ears, fighting to protect me, or doing something I tell him to.
Okay, yeah, the first and last one are kind of the same, but that's one hold he spent to let you go. So you've got one more hold over him.
Yeah.
Um, so he says to you as you're getting ready to leave, he's like, but what am I to do here? You can go and turn the water back on, but what about my boy? What about the people? What about Templetown?
If you bring your boy to the temple and he's still alive by the time he gets there, we can help him. Helped others before. I'm willing to do this for you.
He sighs and he looks down and he says, I want to, Tynan, I do, but I can't be seen going up there. Things are complicated here, and if I seem weak, if I make gestures of peace with you,
Then you must accept the price that your pride exacts from you.
it's not a price I'm gonna pay. It's the people of this town, and you keep missing that point, Tynan. It's not about me at all. I'm the man in the front, but the choices I make affect everyone else. If I show weakness, then the control I have here is gonna come apart. People are going to die. They're gonna suffer. I can't have that. I care about this town. I know you don't understand. Things are different up there, but we have
I
order
care
down
about this
here.
town too. That's why I came here. And though you might not understand it, that is why I am using what leverage I have to enact change. If you can set aside this need you have to hold power using fear or this connection to the pride that you feel in your position, that might leave space for things to improve here. Not everyone is looking to control each other. Most people just want to live. If we make the path for that clear, that's the one that they'll take.
He he looks kind of like wistfully at like, because I think you're at the front door of the state. He looks down at like Templetown because you can kind of see some of it from here. He says, "It ain't gonna be like that, Tynan. You let go of the reins, the horse runs wild, gets itself hurt, and that's what's gonna happen here. I have to maintain control."
Well, this is the town that you built, and down that road is the community that I helped build, and they are very different. But think about it. Think about how much better things could be here. And I like shoulder my bag and walk down the road.
And you start to walk away, and he stops you. Like, he grabs your sleeve, and he's like, I can't go with you, but can't you? I'll send someone with you. Take my boy to the temple. Cure him. Nobody's got to know. Please.
And I just smile at him. Bill, I can't do this work for you. It's not my place. It's yours. And I like go all cold on him suddenly, just being like, no, you have to fucking do this.
Yeah. Okay. And then you turn to leave.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he just says to your back, he's like, "God damn you, Tynan." And he turns around and goes inside.
Yeah. I'm a hard ass motherfucker. What can I say?
Well, I guess that answers the question as to whether or not Princey will survive.
Yep.
Rip, little man. Sorry about your apprentice, Dave.
Sorry about your shit-heeled dad, Princey.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It is funny because you are kind of being an ass about this too. Like, you know, not as a judgment on the way you're playing your character, but like being like, yes, salvation for all, only when I say so. Do it the way I want to. Right? Like,
well,
he's like, save my son. You're like, no.
I'm like, you have to do it, right? That's the whole weird thing with
right. But when it comes down to it, you're doing it your way is more important than saving a kid's life.
Tynan helps those who help themselves.
No, Tynan just hates the living and loves the dead is the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is totally okay. Okay. So you leave. Bill's people return your stuff to you. And
yeah, so I have my little like box with the finger bones and my gun in it, and I have my bag, which has still some water in it, unless they stole it.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's like my bag is much lighter.
Yeah.
I'd give you a drink.
And I wanted to stop by Dice's place.
Well, so before you get there, you get outside of Bill's place, and there are a bunch of people like outside Bill's, and when you come out, when they open the gates, it looks like they've been waiting for you. There's about like a half dozen of them, and one of them like walks up to you, and she needs a name, so let's name her. Her name is Rose, and I think you know her to see her, but you've never spoken to her before.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that she has a family. Her wife, I think, died maybe like last season. There was some kind of like accident. Like she got sick. She got like pneumonia or something and died. And Rose has a daughter who doesn't live here anymore. She left. Like she went off with some travelers a long time ago. So Rose approaches you as you come out, and she says, "Are you going back to the temple?"
Yes.
And she looks back at the other people who've like obviously sort of put her forward to talk to you, and she's like, we want to come with you. And you can see like on her face, like her lips are all dry and cracked, and she's got that like kind of weird like skin and muscle like atrophy that happens if you don't drink any water for a long. So she's like kind of like dehydrated and like looks like taut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, why is it that you want to come with me?
And she like sort of dry swallows, and she's like, we need water.
And I'm like, I just don't react, like I'm waiting for her to say the reason that matters.
Yeah, she shakes her head. She's like, "Well, you have it, and we need it. We need it to live. You can't cut us off like this."
Why not?
Well, because and
Is
like,
it not fair?
yeah, she nods. She's like, "That's right." And we hear up on the mountain, everybody gets to eat and drink, and we want that. We want our share.
And I was like with them until they're like, we want our share, and it's about entitlement.
Of course, you got the water, and you're not giving it to us, but everybody up there gets it. So what the fuck? We just want to go up there and get it.
Yes, well, it may be difficult to hear this, but it is not as simple as you make it out to be.
And
It's
somebody
temporal.
in the little crowd is like, "Well, why ain't it that way? You got water and we don't."
Why isn't the sky still blue?
And
Why is this
they've
world
started,
dead?
yeah, they've started to like come closer to you and like gather around you a little bit.
And why do you think I know?
And she's like, "But you're the boss up there. You're the one who decides whether we do or don't
I am
drink."
not the one who decides anything up there.
That's not what Bill says. Bill says you cut us off and you can give it back, and we just want to do this peaceful. We just want what we deserve. And then like they're clamoring around you and like getting in your space.
I'm going back to the temple, and I will make sure that you get what you deserve.
And they're like she says or somebody in the crowd, like at this point they're all kind of talking. Somebody in the crowd says so you're giving us water again.
I have decided to end the embargo, but it is not strictly my decision. So I need to go back to the temple and talk to the people there, and we will come to a consensus. Once we have reached a consensus, then perhaps the water will return.
There's a man in the crowd who says no time for that, my son's dying of thirst. You gonna let him die? And
You should talk to Bill about that. Bill has plenty of water. He's using it to make drugs.
somebody nearby grabs your bag and they're like, I bet they got water in here, and tries to like pull it off your shoulder.
Yeah, so I just like pull free, open my bag, and just like show that it's empty. It's like, Bill has it. Whatever you want, Bill has. He's hoarding it all. He won't even save his own son. He wants to smile on the pile of dead bodies in town.
So you have what do you have in your bag? You have your like box or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm like holding the box.
Yeah, someone is trying to like pull it out of your hands because they're sure you've got like water in there.
I don't know. I'm really big, so I just like
Sure.
shove. Yeah, I'm just like, no, you give me my space. And I'm just talking about how like, yeah, like Bill has all the water. He's using it to make drugs. He's gonna like die smiling on a pile of your bodies because he doesn't give a fuck about you.
Sure.
We're talking.
Yeah. I think unless you have like a move here to make, which it doesn't sound like you do, they're hearing but not listening, or listening but not hearing. Your words are falling on deaf ears as they're like, well, you're the water guy, you gotta have water on you, and they're like pulling at your stuff. They're gonna try to take the box from you. Yeah. Like I mean you can manipulate individuals, but you're away from
Yeah,
home.
so in this case, I just like, I'm holding the box and I just let the rifle slip out of it and like tuck it under my arm, and I fire a round off into the air to give myself some space.
Sure.
And then I'll level it at the person.
Let's see if you can act under the fire of their grasping hands first, and then if you can pull that off, absolutely you got the gun and you're in a position to frighten them. But for now,
Whoops.
okay, all right. So I think, yeah, maybe in attempting to do that, like as you go to take the rifle out, yeah, somebody takes the box from you and it falls to the ground and like breaks open,
Yeah.
and all the stuff inside. What's in? Describe the contents of this box to me again.
It's fingers in various states of decay
Right.
throughout, and there's one that's really fresh.
All right, so these piles, this little like collection of fingers, along with the gun,
And then
clatter
a gun
to
from
the
the underside of
yeah,
it.
clatter to the ground. And someone tries to grab the gun, and like things are getting kind of chaotic.
And yeah, I just like put one of my big feet over like the whole like the box and the rifle. I just like step on it so it can't move
Okay.
and just start like shoving people because I'm bigger and healthier than all of these
Definitely.
people.
Yeah, there's 6 of
So
them.
it's like shove, shove, shove.
So let's have you seize control of the moment by force, like seize your exit by force. Basically,
Yeah.
you're risking. I don't think you're risking getting shot here, but someone probably has a knife in the crowd, and like you're risking getting hurt,
And
but you
like
you can also
Tynan
like throw someone
will
aside.
immediately escalate violence, like in the sense that like if they start like to try to punch me or like to push me or like grab at me or whatever, then I'm immediately getting super violent because I know how the fucking apocalypse works. And I'm just,
That's right.
oh, you want to be violent at all? Cool. I'm going to go to the maximum amount of violence that I can
Oh,
output.
all right. Violence level 1,000,000,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get a 13.
All right.
So I want definite hold of my shit. I want to dismay and frighten everyone. And I don't care about doing lots of harm to these people.
Suffer little.
I'm just like, I just get my space. Like,
okay. All right. So I think you're looking at 2 harm coming at you, from the various.
Is knifey.
Yeah, someone is like not having it, and they're gonna try to stab you. But it's not enough to be a gang. So you're just looking at 2.
Yeah.
So
I take one. Person that stabs me gets their face caved in by my elbow.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You just rain down fucking hail on these people.
And then like a big meaty hand, just like.
And can you make the harm move for 1?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Harm move, table of 1.
I get 6.
All right, that's what you want. Okay, so yeah, you scatter the crowd with your meaty fists, and with a slight scrape, manage to extricate yourself from the situation.
Yeah, and like I just have like I probably like got caught like a gash across the forearm or something, and it's like bleeding a bit, but it's not too deep or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just like sigh, like I'm really disappointed in what happened, and like take the time to like collect all the bones and like carefully lay them out in the box in a particular order.
Two of the 6 people are tending to the dude whose face you caved in. Rose is just like crying. She's just like sobbing, tears of dust over the fact that this didn't work. She's just like on the ground. And then the other 2 are just kind of staring at you like, well, that didn't go the way we had hoped.
And so, yeah, my like parting words are just like, you should ask yourself why you're still thirsty when Bill and those drug fabricators have all the water that they need and that they could give to you, a bounty that goes to nothing. And I walk up the hill.
All right. Okay. Cool. You've set in motion a thing that I'm excited about, so that's cool. All right. So you head off for the temple.
Are you coming to see me? Or,
let's catch up. So are you gonna go see Dice, or should we cut to Dice?
I'll walk past Dice's place, and if it's on fire, I won't go in.
Yeah, I mean it's not on fire. I mean Dice the night before Dice.
I guarantee you, there's been a lot of bodies moved.
What do you do with those bodies? There's a bunch of dead people in your bar. Are they just piled outside the front, or?
I mean, like
you have to move them yourself.
Yeah.
With 1 arm.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fuck, you didn't think this shit through. Like, drag. You probably walk by and I'm dragging like some ganger out by the leg. Like as you're sort of walking by, I'm exiting my own front door with a dead guy dragged behind me.
Yeah.
So that's what you see. Dice dragging a body out of her own bar.
Yeah, and I've got like blood drying on my hand from this like wound in my forearm when I walk over. See, things have been troubling here as well.
Fucking assholes don't know when to quit. Like, continue dragging, drop, far enough away from my door that it's not blocking it. Basically.
Not a problem you have.
It comes down to who doesn't quit the most. And I like to think I'm more tenacious than any of these fuckers.
What harm are you at right now, Dice?
3.
3 harm. Yeah, so you're pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
I'm not at 3 harm. I'm at like 3 on the clock. So I'm.
Oh,
I
so you've taken 2 harm. You're at. It's 3 o'clock now. Or you've taken 1 harm. You're at
Oh
3.
wait, did I take
yeah.
2 or 1?
You should have taken 4 minus.
Minus 2. So I'm
2.
at 2. I'm at 2 harm. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
did, when
2
did
harm
you hit
at 6.
all the stuff?
If you're below 9, don't you heal it on your own?
Yeah.
So 3 and 6 heal on their own. 9, you just stay put, and then past 9, it gets worse.
Yeah, you were on 9.
Oh.
So now
I don't
you're
know.
on 11.
11 then.
Oh shit. Okay. So it's real bad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fucking.
you're dragging the
fucking-
body out.
I'm fucking super hurt. I look like a dead person myself.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, so
Oh.
Tynan is just like, I had hoped that you might find some peace, and it seems to escape you.
I sort of look at you and like sigh, and there's like this sort of heaviness to it, like I've got such injury that like I'm trying to hold myself up with, and like doing things like dragging bodies around is not helpful, you know. But I wanna finish this problem, you know. I just kind of sigh and say, yeah, well, I fucking wanted peace too. But guess what? Sometimes people don't leave you the fuck alone, and then you have to deal with shit in the way that it needs to be dealt with. People don't understand shit but bullets in their face.
And I like am picking some dried blood off my hand. I suppose there's truth in that. These certain types of people who are sick, people who are troubled. No shortage of those.
Yeah, well, I ain't needing your pity, Tynan. I got
Getting any.
my own fucking place here. It's going just fine.
Everything's great. Shut up.
Motherfuckers.
Like the last
Motherfuckers.
working pulls off.
What'd you say?
Like the last working fluorescent letter on your side.
Yeah.
Pulls off onto some corpse.
Yeah. Motherfuckers step to me, and I step right back heavier and harder than they can. And I'm gonna keep doing it until fuckers stop bothering me. Like, you know, push my door back open, and, like, look inside, and just like, you can see like almost the slump of her shoulders, like from behind, as she looks in and sees that there's like 3 more bodies that
Yeah,
she's gonna
there's still a
drag
lot
out.
more
Like,
corpse
there's
hauling
like
to
a
do.
shit ton more shit to do. There's blood fucking everywhere. Like
Yeah.
gunshot wounds aplenty in here last night, you know, and stab wounds and fucking fist fight. The whole place is a fucking wreck. Like tables are broken.
Total
and,
mess.
like, yeah, the place is like a disaster zone. She just kind of like slumps a little in the doorway and then turns back to look at you sort of over her shoulder.
It is my worry that my house is in similar disarray. And that's where I'm going now.
Let me give you some advice. And it's advice I live by. Fuck shit up before it comes for you first. You wait too long, you give them the advantage. Fucking go up there, find whoever's in charge, and shoot them in the goddamn head. Problem solved.
Yes.
Then the next motherfucker who decides they want to fuck with you can look back at that and see that you don't fuck with you. It's been working real great down here. They're just a little thick.
Well, I wish you all the best. And if you need anything that I can help you with, at least, don't hesitate to come and ask. And I
Yeah.
like head down the way.
Yep. I'll come visiting soon enough. And I get back to dragging bodies out of my fucking bar. Like,
Awesome.
mortally wounded. Like, what does 11 on the fucking scale even look like?
11 for you? Christ. Well, Christ, like, it means real bad things. You're gonna need medical assistance, like, before you do anything else, or you will die. Is what that means, right? Like, shit will get worse.
It's gonna keep getting worse.
I could very easily at the beginning of the next session be like, so you die.
Okay.
So I guess that's my question is maybe you realize how badly off you are. How do you intend to fix that?
Well, I mean, I just had like a philosophical conversation as Dice on how to solve problems.
Oh my god, please.
I'm gonna go shoot my wound.
And
Yeah,
my
exactly. Ah, fuck you, bullet hole.
and my bar is fucking wrecked. It is done.
true.
Like there
That's
is
true.
no way. Like bullets were flying aplenty in this place. Everything is busted. Like there's no salvaging it. So I'll probably end up changing playbook to something with like the life is untenable if I die.
I mean, is that what happens? Do we just see you go back into your bar, sit down, and then die?
I think, and I think so. Like I go back, I fucking sit down at the bar.
Right, and it's not even like you get shot to death or anything. It's that you're just so fucking tired from lugging all these corpses out with one arm. You're like, oh, I gotta sit down a second. I don't feel so good.
I think I go back. I sit down at the bar. I like put my hand on this like AK that's like on the bar from one of the people or something that like was in here yesterday, or like a double barrel shotgun or something, and like drag it over towards me. Take a drink from the glass that's in front of me, and just like fucking pass out. Just like pass out.
Yeah, you just kind of like fall back in the seat, and then like, yeah, the last thing, and this is a perfect place to end the episode. The last thing you see is like the glass in your hand just like slip and fall to the floor and break.
Yeah,
right? Just like orange shit everywhere. Awesome.
Yes.
That's really good. You're like, I won, and that's all that matters. They know that this is my bar.
Exactly. I fucking win. Queen of the garbage. Queen of the rubble.
Right, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is that you succeeded in that, like when you made that roll earlier, you seized the bar by force. You seized your own grave, and you can die in it in peace and come back as something different. But like Scab won't like come back. No one will try to take it over. They'll be like, no, that's it. It's just closed
The
now.
earth has been salted.
Yeah.
This life is now untenable. She's gonna come back as something else.
It's over.
Oh, that's so good. Just like, nah, fuck it.
Like, she cares about herself even less than Brace does.
The thing is, she cares. I think the mentality that I try and put forward, and I don't know if it comes off like that, but it's that she cares so much about her like reputation and about her like, I don't know, pride almost, like about her name. That
Yeah, her name is her name.
literally, yeah, she'll literally like burn everything to like make sure that people don't disrespect that.
Yeah. Dice is the one who knocks. I like it. So, cool. Good work apocalypsing, everybody. That was a really good episode. Y'all are a mess. I love it.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Rolling badly at just the right times.
Yeah, so let's see here. Like, I mean, Tynan got out okay, right? Tynan's gotta go.
We're gonna do Hex.
Tynan's gonna go figure things out.
Actually do Hex?
Yes, let's do Hex.
Hex.
Let's do Hex before I forget. Thank you.
Who knows dice better?
Tynan, hands down Tynan. Like that last conversation was like, here's how dice works. Like on a
Great.
plate.
I roll over and get an XP.
XP. Sweet.
It's the only rolling over that you're doing all session.
I refuse to roll over in any other regard. Who knows Tynan better? I think Brace knows Tynan better because you know what's in the well.
I mean,
I pity you for having found out.
All right.
Okay, cool. Brace.
I didn't interact with a whole lot of PCs this game. I think like Ferris was like the only person I actually talked to. at all, and I didn't really talk to him. He just tried to interfere, and then I like walked away, and then
He
fell in the
observed a
well.
bunch of stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
Huh?
it was kind of like one-sided, right? Where like he was seeing a lot about you, but you weren't paying attention to him.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I guess like he turned to like help me, and I was just like, nah. Tell something someone about a person, right? So yeah, I guess Ferris.
Yep. Just like write down on my memo sheet. Willing to be pulled into well by zombie.
I didn't see the zombie. What was that? Did he see the zombie? He saw it.
Yeah, Ferris
Yeah,
Ferris saw the body.
I saw it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Excellent. Okay. So Ferris then.
Who knows me better? I don't think anybody.
No.
So who knows you less well?
Is it me? Is
I
you
think it
knowing
might-
about the history of the source gonna like change our relationship in ways that I don't understand?
Yeah, and I think there's also like an aspect of the thing that I admitted, which is like not believing in ghosts. So there's like I've
Yeah.
admitted that inside your house, even though I know I didn't tell you. Like I know I've broken the law now, and you don't know that. So I think that reduces our hex.
Yeah, totally. I think that makes a lot of sense that it would play that way.
Excellent. All right, cool. Good stuff. All right. So we'll pick up next time and see
I
where there is
didn't
to go
do.
from here. Oh, you haven't done your hat?
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
got yours. Yeah. We're all good. Yep. Okay, cool. Good work,
Yeah,
everybody.
I have a improvement, but I think I'm gonna wait until I figure out what happened when I fell in the
Yeah,
well.
me
Right.
too.
I also have one in the bank, so
I mean, you can do it one way or the other, right? You can find out what happened to you in the well, or you can tell me by taking an improvement, right? Like you can be like, I'm going to become a hocus now, or I'm going to become some other thing. And be like, great, that happened because of the well, right?
Yeah, I
Like-
guess so.
yeah, they're both descriptive and prescriptive.
Yeah.
So like, for example, if you were like, I want to become a hocus, I'm like, cool, you're full of ghosts now. You emerge from the well
That's what I wanted to happen.
swollen with ghosts. You're the embodiment of the well itself, and now you and Tynan are like,
It occurs to me.
Hella
It occurs
close.
to me that I want to ask just something before we end, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's can you take the same playbook you've already had?
I don't think you can return to an existing, like a previous playbook. No.
All right, just wanted to know.
Yeah, sure.
Affects my choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Hey.
guess that's the thing for me is that like you're saying like, hey, yo, like you do what you feel like works for your character and we'll incorporate it into the story as opposed to like I already knew it was gonna happen when you fell in the well, so you're gonna
Yeah.
have to
Adam doesn't know what happens when you go in the well, or that you were going to go into the well in the first place.
Definitely not planned for that at all. Just no.
That's what makes Apocalypse World amazing, right? That it just rolls with everything.
nobody knows what happens when you go into the well. So I guess like the second thing is when you change playbooks, do I lose all my moves?
No, you keep all your brainer shit.
Okay.
You keep everything that is still
The
relevant.
Meister D stuff is completely irrelevant if I change playbooks, like the bringing stuff to the bar or like doing.
Yeah,
There's
you decide what's still relevant to you.
Okay.
And then do you add any of the stuff from the new playbook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get all the choices you
So
normally
you just
would.
get a bunch of new shit.
Yes, that's why you can only do it once, or I guess twice if
Okay.
you die.
Okay, that clarifies things.
Okay.
Cool. Excellent work. Good job, team. So yeah, let me know what your choices are. You think about what you want to become, if you want to change playbooks or if you just want to take an advance. Totally up to you. We'll work it out. And I'll do my prep as usual next week, and then we'll see what
Next
kind of-
week you're off, aren't you?
Yeah. So I'll think about it in the interim. We've got a couple of weeks to plan.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and see what's going on. So cool. All right. Well, let's say our goodbyes. Dice, you want to go first? I guess you're elf when we're not playing, but
Yeah, but am I though?
are
Am
you?
I?
I
Yeah.
hope so.
See, this is the thing you don't know, Andrew, but the last time that I saw Elf in real life, she did actually shoot a rocket at several cars.
100%.
Yeah.
I was stabbed several times. It's a mess.
Don't disrespect me. Hi everybody.
They make them hard in Edmonton.
I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me on twitch.tv/distractedelf or over on Twitter @distractedelf. I am Distracted Elf everywhere except for here where I have dice. But yeah, so follow me on places. I don't really have any follow-up today. I don't feel like going on a big thing.
All right, word. Provided that you don't freeze to death in the next few minutes, Andrew.
Yeah, God, my heat doesn't work or something. Bad.
The apocalypse has started. It's happening.
Yeah, I wasn't quite ready for it. I'm Andrew. You can follow me on Twitter @CommutingCrow, and thereby, or there within, discover my various other internet persona. And I do these shows, and I do my own game that I'm making, which is like a Magical Girl anime one. I'm doing all of the development of that on stream so everyone can see how awful I am at it, which I'm going to be doing some of that over the next like few days or something. I got to figure out when I can, but I'm trying to get back into it. So keep an eye on my Twitter if you want to know when that's happening.
Sweet. Dave?
Hello, everybody. I'm Dave_the_human on Twitter. I really enjoyed today's session. Yeah, I really like when we take the weird stuff and you make it a bit sciencey, but then you make it a bit more weird again, and then stuff like that. This is my favorite part of Apocalypse World. When we start. Like, I will always play a character that rolls weird. That's very important to me. And I'm really looking forward to having an opportunity to properly interact with Brace. I was a jerk and tried to stop her so that we could just talk, because I don't see any other way for us to, like, interact.
Oh, there'll be lots of opportunities now.
Yeah.
Nipperkin is very broken, and the two of you have an opportunity to be involved in that.
Nice. Yeah. In terms of my own stuff, it doesn't exist. Maybe more soon. You can follow me on. I already did Twitter. Maybe also on Twitch soon when I get a new computer, which might be this month. I don't know.
Cool. Thanks, Dave.
Don't make me fly to England and build your PC, Dave. Don't make me do this.
Last but certainly not least, our very own well dweller, Blue Jay.
Ne'er do
I
well.
live in a well.
Yeah.
No, I live in a not well.
I'm sorry you're not well.
I'm not well.
Just take the plunge and get into this outro.
Hi, I'm Blue Jay,
Dive into it.
and I'm not well. I mean, I don't live in a well. It's fine. You can find me at twitch.tv/bluejay or twitter.com/bluejay with numbers. And I should just change it to bluejay with numbers. That would amuse me. Anyway, I am a full-time streamer, so I get to just like make decisions all the time about what video games I want to play, and that usually ends up being like, I want to play more Civ. So that's what I'm going to be doing after this. Is playing more Civ, and because my friends are so great, we're turning it into a drinking game. So,
Jesus.
And yeah, that's it. That's the things. Also,
Excellent. Thanks. Cool. Well, good episode, everybody. Thank you for coming and watching, dear audience. If you've missed any of our content this week, you can find it on YouTube over the weekend. We'll upload that Saturday and Sunday mornings. And as we mentioned, we're taking a week off next week because I'm gonna be out of town on vacation. And then we'll come back and we'll play some more. But we'll let you know. You can find out all of the information about that stuff by following us on Twitter at Roll20 app. And in the meantime, catch up on the old content, but more importantly, go play some role-playing games. Apocalypse World is awesome. I didn't get a chance to mention this, but Vincent Baker finally added bookmarks to the PDF of Apocalypse World 2nd Edition, and now it's like a whole nother universe of looking up rules. So
Yep.
if you're waiting on the
Thanks,
index,
Vincent.
if you're waiting on the index and the hyperlinks, now's the time.
You too can sit at a bar and die.
That's right. And on that grim note, we'll say our farewells for now. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for playing, team. See you next time. Later.